Precisely 6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Danushka Madhavala and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. The 20th Presidential Film Awards was held under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday. The government expects an economic growth of 1.8% in 2024. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce considers the 2024 budget as a crucial step in continuing the macroeconomic stabilization measures. Global Entrepreneurship Week officially inaugurated. The third ministerial conference on maritime security and safety in the Western Indian Ocean will be held in Mauritius. Foreign news, fighting rages in Gaza as heavy rain lashes thousands sleeping in tents. In sports, first semi-finals of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023 will be played today between New Zealand and India. Local news in detail. The 20th Presidential Film Awards, organised by the National Film Corporation, was held under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe, the Nelumpokana Mahinda Rajapaksa Theatre, in Colombo yesterday evening. Transport, Highways and Mass Media Minister Dr. Bandulu Gunawardena was the guest of honour. The Presidential Film Awards, started in 1979, pioneered and conceptualised by the NFC chairman Anton Wickremesinghe. Major awards included Best Film, Best Director, Best Screenwriter, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Cinematography, Best Music Director, Best Lyricist, Best Song, Best Playback Singer Male and Female, Best Sound Designer, Best Editor, Best Art Director, Best Makeup Artist, Best Emerging Actor, Best Emerging Actor and Actress, Special Jury Award for Maximum Spectator Responses, Jury Merit Award, and the ceremony was not held since 2019 due to COVID-19 pandemic. Godakanda Herbals Company was a sponsor of this year's award ceremony. One of the most beloved and iconic musicians in the country, Kalasuri Nandamalini, received a special award from the President at the awards ceremony. State Minister of Finance Shehan Semasinghe said that an anticipated economic growth for the year 2024 is projected at 1.8%. The State Minister underscored the government's paramount commitment to fostering a robust economy during this period. A particular emphasis will be placed on the advancement of small and medium enterprises as part of this overarching objective. The State Minister further highlighted that the recently announced budget for the upcoming year places particular emphasis on addressing the needs of government employees, impoverished and economically vulnerable families. Additionally, a special focus has been directed towards the upliftment of small and medium enterprises. Minister of State for Finance Shehan Semasinghe communicated these priorities during his participation in a press briefing at the Presidential Media Centre yesterday under the theme Collective Path to a Stable Country. State Minister of Finance Shehan Semasinghe also provided insights during the discussion, noting that the budget unveiled for the fiscal year 2023 following President Ranil Wickremesinghe's appointment as the Minister of Finance stands as one of the most formidable budgets in the nation's history. Faced with the daunting backdrop of a severe economic recession prevailing up to 2022, the circumstances for presenting a budget in 2023 were notably challenging. Nevertheless, under the leadership of President Ranil Wickremesinghe, the government rose to the occasion and accepted this formidable challenge. Building upon the stability achieved, the government is now successfully implementing the government program for the year 2024, propelling towards the envisioned economic objectives. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce considers the 2024 budget as a crucial step in continuing the macroeconomic stabilization measures that began in late 2022 as a response to the economic challenges faced by Sri Lanka. The Chamber acknowledges that one of the main challenges faced by Sri Lanka's economy has been macroeconomic mismanagement. The National Budget 2024 takes a resolute approach to address these past missteps. Key among the measures introduced is the enforcement of fiscal forbearance in monetary policy through the Central Bank of Sri Lanka Act and the strengthening of fiscal rules via the Public Finance Management Bill. These initiatives are seen as foundational for re-establishing effective macroeconomic management. The Budget 2024 emphasizes fiscal discipline and adherence to IMF Extended Fund Facility Program targets, recognizing these as pivotal for achieving macroeconomic stability. It sets ambitious but broadly realizable revenue targets essential for the economic recovery and securing the second tranche disbursement from the IMF. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news. Continuing with more stories here at home. Minister of State for Technology, Mr. Kanaka Herath, inaugurated the Global Entrepreneurship Week and requested the departing youth and entrepreneurs to actively contribute to the nation's economic development, aligning with the objectives of the DigiCon 2030 initiative. Highlighting the DigiCon program, Minister Herath emphasized ongoing efforts to cultivate a digital economy by fostering a conducive environment for entrepreneurial endeavors. Minister Kanaka Herath conveyed these sentiments during the official launch of the Global Entrepreneurship Week, a global celebration spanning over 200 countries under the theme Entrepreneurs Thrive Here for November 13th onwards. Throughout the week, diverse activities including conferences, seminars, workshops and discussions have been orchestrated across the nation in sectors such as entrepreneurship, innovation, startups, business economic systems, education, digital interaction and policies. These events aim to evaluate and empower innovative entrepreneurs, fostering collaboration among local entrepreneurs, investors, researchers, and industry experts. During the Global Entrepreneurship Week, over 60 partners in Sri Lanka have registered more than 100 distinct operations. At the invitation of Minister of Foreign Affairs, Regional Integration and International Trade of Mauritius Manish Gobin, Foreign Minister Ali Sabri will participate at the 3rd Ministerial Conference on Maritime Security and Safety in the Western Indian Ocean in Mauritius on 16th November 2023. The West Indian Ocean is an important global trade and commercial hub with multiple interconnections with the global ocean space. The region faces a series of threats to maritime security such as illicit traffic and smuggling, illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, human trafficking and marine pollution, among other things. In this context, Mauritius has taken the initiative to convene a ministerial conference on maritime security and safety in the Western Indian Ocean, 2 editions of which have been held in 2018 and 2019. It serves as a platform for a high-level dialogue which will lead to concrete actions for improving maritime capability in the region. That's local news for the moment.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatma.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed the chairman of the Ministerial Subcommittee for Cricket, Foreign Minister Ali Sabri, to spearhead efforts aimed at lifting the ban imposed by the International Cricket Council on Sri Lanka cricket. The Presidential Media Division said it has been decided that moving forward, the approval of Cabinet will be mandatory for appointment of any interim committees.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatma.
And on Watchlight, 13 post offices located in Colombo and Gampaha districts are open 24 hours a day. The police traffic headquarters said that it is possible to pay fines issued to drivers by police in connection with traffic offences. Traffic Control and Road Safety DIG Indika Hapukara has sent a message informing the heads of police divisions of Colombo North, Colombo South, Colombo Central, Panadura, Kalutara, Nugekora, Kalania, Gampaha, Sitavaka, as well as Colombo Urban Traffic. A police message has also been issued even to the directors of the Police Western Province South Traffic Division, Traffic Control and Road Safety Police Division. That's on Watchlight. Moving on to world news headlines. Fighting rages in Gaza as heavy rain lashes thousands sleeping in tents. U.S. House Speaker passes bill to avert shutdown with Democratic support. Number of Venezuelan migrants at U.S.-Mexico border halves. World news in detail. Fighting between Israel and Hamas continues in Gaza, including in Gaza City. The Israeli army says it's captured the Hamas parliament and other buildings in the city, and that Hamas has lost control of northern Gaza. Earlier, a doctor at the main hospital in Gaza City, which is short of fuel, said 200 patients had been buried in a mass grave. The U.S. says it has intelligence backing Israel's claim that Hamas has a command center under Al-Shifa Hospital, which Hamas has denied. Meanwhile, thousands of people sleeping in tents in Gaza face a night of torrential rain. Israel earlier confirmed the death of a 19-year-old Noah Marciano, a soldier kidnapped by Hamas during the 7th October attacks. Israel began striking Gaza after the attacks, in which 1,200 people were killed and more than 200 taken hostage. The Hamas-run health ministry says more than 11,000 people have been killed in Gaza since, of whom more than 4,500 were children. The U.S. House of Representatives has passed a short-term funding bill in a bid to avert a government shutdown that looms on Friday despite a major Republican revolt. The measure proposed by new House Speaker Mike Johnson in his first major test was approved by 336 votes to 95. It keeps federal agencies open at current spending until mid-January. The stopgap measure must be approved by the Senate and President Joe Biden before it takes effect. If lawmakers fail to pass a plan before government funding expires on 17 November, tens of thousands of federal employees would be off work without pay as soon as next week, and various government services would be abruptly suspended. The vote required a two-thirds majority to pass. On Tuesday night, 93 Republicans opposed the measure. Finally, on world news, the number of Venezuelans illegally crossing the U.S.-Mexico border has nearly halved since deportation flights restarted last month. Statistics from Customs and Border Patrol indicate a 46% drop in such arrivals. In early October, U.S. President Joe Biden's government announced it would deport Venezuelans who were ineligible for asylum or temporary legal status. More than 7 million people have fled Venezuela in recent years. According to the CBP figures released on Tuesday, border agents apprehended 29,637 Venezuelans at the border last month, a sharp drop from September's record high of 54,833. Overall illegal entries along the southern border also decreased in October by 14% from nearly 219,000 in September. That's on World News.
Development News.
The Sri Lankan apparel sector will benefit from the 2024 national budget proposal to create 4 more export processing zones. Managing Director Brandix Group Hasith Premaratna at the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka organised an annual budget seminar yesterday, said that the current operating BOI zones are full and the country needs more zones. He, however, said that the government must also look at developing the arable apparel zone, which is progressing at a very slow pace. He said that they welcome the decision to renegotiate the FTA with India as it will open up more access to export apparels to the lucrative Indian market. That's on Development News.
Moving on with sports news.
Unbeaten India, led by Rohit Sharma, will take on New Zealand in the first semi-final of the ICC Cricket World Cup in Mumbai, India, commencing at 2 p.m. India concluded the group stage with a perfect record of 9 victories in the competition, and they defeated New Zealand by 4 wickets at Dharamsala, while Mohammad Sami, the paceman, was the match winner, taking 5 for 54, while Kiwis Daryl Mitchell stroked 130, but it was in vain. Indians restricted Kiwis to 274 and experienced Virat Kohli hit a fine knock of 95 to reach the target comfortably. Winning against New Zealand in the league match gave confidence for Rohit Sharma's team, but Kane Williamson, the skipper of New Zealand, wants to put up a good challenge to enter the final as they were the runners-up in 2019.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekata life eke change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dagapu veena habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship eka menna.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Luxury passenger vessel Resilient Lady, operated by Virgin Voyages and flying the Bahamian flag, made the maiden call at the port of Colombo on Monday. The ship, measuring 909 feet in length and accommodating 2,318 passengers and 1,194 crew members, called at the East Terminal of the Sri Lanka Ports Authority, Port of Colombo. Built in 2022, Resilient Lady's maiden call was commemorated with the plaque exchange ceremony. Departing from Goa, India, the Resilient Lady's next port of call is Phuket, Thailand. In shape, Mackinac Mackenzie Shipping Private Limited serves as the local port agent for the vessel, while Aitken Spence Travels Private Limited serves as a local agent for excursions during her stay in Colombo.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekata life eke change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dagapu veena habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship eka menna.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
On economic news, Minister of State for Technology Kanaka Herath inaugurated the Global Entrepreneurship Week and requested the departing youth and entrepreneurs to actively contribute to the nation's economic development, aligning with the objectives of the DigiEcon 2030 initiative. Highlighting the DigiEcon program, Minister Herath emphasized on ongoing efforts to cultivate a digital economy by fostering a conducive environment for entrepreneurial endeavors. Minister Kanaka Herath conveyed these sentiments during the official launch of the Global Entrepreneurship Week, a global celebration spanning over 200 countries under the theme Entrepreneurs Thrive Here from November 13th onwards.
Weather report.
Showers and thundershowers will occur at times in northern and northwestern provinces. Showers and thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in northern, north central, northwestern and eastern provinces. Showers will occur in coastal areas of western and southern provinces during the morning too. That's the weather update. Before we conclude this bulletin of news, back to the headlines. The 20th Presidential Film Awards was held under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday. The government expects an economic growth of 1.8% in 2024. The Ceylon Chamber of Commerce considers the 2024 budget as a crucial step in continuing the macroeconomic stabilization measures. Global Entrepreneurship Week officially inaugurated. The third Ministerial Conference on Maritime Security and Safety in the Western Indian Ocean will be held in Mauritius. Foreign news: fighting rages in Gaza as heavy rain lashes thousands sleeping in tents. In sports, first semi-finals of the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023 will be played today between New Zealand and India. With that, we conclude this bulletin of news, and it's back to Dilshan this morning.